Good evening, everyone. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for Varsity Volleyball competition. Please welcome our guests from South Sumter High School. They are the Raiders. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Before we begin our game this evening, we ask that you please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And now, let's meet the teams, beginning with our guests from South Sumter and starting with their reserves. Number 7, Faith Long. Number 8, Kanan Solomon. Number 1, Leah Teller. Number 9, Viviana Guevara. And number 4, Joni Otero. The starting libero for the Raiders is number 6, Chaselyn Walton. And starting on the court in service order, serving first for the Raiders, senior setter number 10, Sarah Montgomery. Second in the rotation for the Raiders, senior outside hitter number 5, Peyton Rogers. Third for the Raiders, senior middle blocker number 12, Cheyenne Patterson. Serving fourth for the Raiders, senior number 2, Ariana Garcia. Fifth in the rotation for South Sumter, junior number 11, Brielle Krause. And finally for the Raiders, serving sixth is 5'8" junior outside hitter number 3, Kelsey Berry. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Starting with their reserves, number 1, Diana McKellen. Number 8, Danella Torres. And number 12, Sanaya Asanya. The starting libero for the Mustangs is sophomore number 11, Riley McCulley. And starting on the court, serving first is 5'5" junior setter, number 9, Lily Stires. Serving second for the Mustangs, 5'5" junior defensive specialist, number 3, let's see, Delgado. Third in the rotation for the Mustangs, 5'7" junior middle hitter, number 7, Cameron Holman. Serving fourth for the Mustangs, 5'7" sophomore middle hitter, number 2, Sarai McFadden. Fifth in the rotation for the Mustangs, 5'9" senior right side hitter, number 13, Chi Wang. And finally for the Mustangs, serving sixth, sophomore middle lacker, number 6, Ashley Tuesday. The coaching staff for tonight's game. For the Raiders, head coach Taylor Potter and assistant coach Kerry Lovett. For the Mustangs, head coach Heather Lorenz and assistant coaches Alyssa Garino and Danielle Cochran. The officials for today's game are from the Florida Professional Officials Association here in Orlando. We thank them for their dedicated service to our high school athletic programs and join them along with our participating schools, reminding everyone to make great sportsmanship a part of this and every athletic competition. For those of you here in the arena, we want to make sure you are aware that we are live streaming tonight's contest. It is on both YouTube and the NFHS network. If you have friends or family back in Sumter County, elsewhere in Apopka, or anywhere in the world, and they were not able to join us live in person for tonight's game, send them a message right now. Let them know. If they're a member of NFHS Network, they can get it on nfhsnetwork.com or the NFHS Network app. Or if not, don't worry about it. We provide the broadcast absolutely free on our YouTube channel, Wekiva Sports. Go to youtube.com/Wekiva Sports or search Wekiva Sports on the YouTube app with your favorite computer, smart TV, or mobile device. And we'd like to welcome those of you who have done just that. Welcome to Mustang Arena. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs and sports information director here at Wekiva High School these last 17 years, taking you through tonight's penultimate home contest of season 17. The Mustangs taking on the Raiders, not an opponent we have seen here in Mustang Arena in quite some time, if ever. The Mustangs did play the Raiders earlier this season on the road, and the Raiders swept that series 3-0. Now the Mustangs looking for a rematch here at home in the home and away series. Both of these teams looking to end the season on a high note after struggling. Both of them have sub-500 records, and so they are looking to get things right on track as we get into playoff season coming up in a few weeks. The Mustangs, of course, have a little bit of an unusual schedule this season. We actually have a few weeks left in volleyball season before it is over, but they will be finishing the year entirely on the road. And so tonight and tomorrow night are your last chances to catch Wekiva at home this season. Then they go on the road for quite some time before they get into the district tournament. So wrapping things up a little early. Same thing can be said of our football program. The Mustang football program has their final home game of the year, even though we still have a few weeks left of football season. And we'll get things started here as we enter the top of the first set. The Mustangs have the opening service, leading their rotation once again, Lily Stiers. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 7, Faith Long is in. Ace for Sarah Montgomery as she opens up her service series for South Sumter. Service away. And a good tip action there. Did she keep it in bounds? She did not. Cam Holman a little bit left of the sideline there. And so that'll be an attack error. And South Sumter opens up a 3-0 lead to open up the first set here at Mustang Arena. Montgomery puts the service in play again. Tough serve receive for the Mustangs, but Delgado manages to get it under control. Now the attack from Rogers. And here comes Delgado again. That one looks good. It is deflected but not handled, and that is Litzy Delgado with the first kill of the night for the Mustangs. Side out to Wekiva. 1 serving 3 for Litzy Delgado as she takes service. First service of the series away from Delgado, and a little bit of a miscommunication there as Walton just about ran into Brielle Krause. So Delgado will get credit for an ace for that. Second serve away, that one is short and into the net. Service back to South Sumter. Checking into the game for the Raiders, number 8, Kanan Solomon. Next to serve, number 5, Peyton Rogers. Rogers' first serve away. It's high and short, and it is an ace for Rogers. Serves away for Rogers. Another difficult serve receive for the Mustangs. They managed to get this one under control, though, and now the Raiders settle for a free ball coming back to the other side. Chi-Chi Wang with a soft touch, and the libero able to get under it there. That's Chaselyn Walton, and now a little too much mustard on that attack. Side out, service returns to the Mustangs. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 1, Leah Teller. Next to serve for Wekiva, Cam Holman. Holman's service away. And that's tough placement. I don't think that was going to get over. The set really did not give Faith Long much of an opportunity or much of anything to work with there. Sarai McFadden on the Mustangs kill. She also has service for the Mustangs. Raiders kill by Kelsey Harry. Serves back to South Sumter. Checking into the game for the Raiders, number 2, Ariana Garcia, and she will have the next service. And a challenging serve receive, not a direct ace per se, but the serve receive put Wekiva into a pickle that they were not able to get out of. So it comes to an 8-6 score for the Raiders. Ace for Garcia. Service again coming up for Garcia. And a little too much heat from Ashley Tuesday. That'll be a free point to the Raiders. 10 serving 6 now. Soft touch coming back and handled by McCulley. A slapper from Solomon. And now Tuesday with a nice looking attack, but it's handled by Tuller. And finally, it's going to be Kanan Solomon on the Raiders' kill. Garcia with another ace. Service away again for Garcia. And it's going to be Lily Stiers on the Mustangs kill. Service back to Wekiva. Chi-Chi Wang next in the rotation for the Mustangs. Sumter called into the net. Although, in fairness, Delgado would have had that kill, I'm almost certain anyway. There goes Wang with the service. And the dump is handled by McCulley. And again, we have a net violation, Mustangs point. Free ball coming back to the Mustangs. Here comes Tuesday, and a beautiful attack. Ashley Tuesday on the Mustangs kill. And you hear the team react to that in the background. Like to see that. Ashley Tuesday bumped up from JV today. Several Mustang players injured. And so the roster looks a little different today than it typically would. Micaiah Blackman and Brianna Beaton and Eliana Sanchez all out today. So Diana McCowan joins the lineup. As does Ashley Tuesday and Riley McCulley, all of those coming up from JV for today's game. Here comes Chi-Chi Wang again. Free ball coming back. It's handled by McFadden. Now a soft touch at the net for Tuesday. It's handled, a dump by the Raiders, also handled by the Mustangs. Free ball coming back. And now finally the service has an end put to it. Kelsey Berry has the kill. Checking into the game for South Sumter, Brielle Krause and Peyton Rogers. Delgado on the attack, and a good dive there by Garcia. Now, a little bit of fancy footwork, deceptive play, and Lily Stiers has the Mustang kill. Service back to Wekiva. Next in the rotation will be libero, Riley McCulley. Peyton Rogers has the kill. Next to serve will be Kelsey Berry. Berry, ace. Too much heat on that serve. Side out, service returns to Wekiva. Next in the rotation for the Mustangs, Lily Stiers. Checking in for Sumter, number 7, Faith Long. Service turns to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 3, Lindsay Delgado. Chi Wang on the attack and finds the mark in the corner. Mustangs have closed it to a 1-point set. Here comes the next service. And it's a tip. And that tip finds the mark. That is Cheyenne Patterson on the tip kill. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 8, Kanan Solomon. Next to serve will be number 5, Peyton Rogers. And the short service going to Delgado. Chi Wang on the Mustangs kill. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 1, Leah Tuller. Now serving for Wekiva, Cam Holman. Mustangs attack into the net. Service returns to South Sumter. Next in the rotation for the Raiders, number 12, Cheyenne Patterson. Mustangs have to settle for a free ball coming back, and now here comes the hard attack handled by Delgado. Chi Wang trying to find the back corner. Is she in? She is. Chi Wang on the Mustang kill. Service back to Wekiva. Next to the rotation for the Mustangs, number 2, Sarai McFadden. Hard attack there from Kelsey Berry, handled by the Mustangs. Now the free ball coming back. Good spot, and the attack comes from Faith Long, and she's got it. Faith Long on the hill for the Raiders. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 2, Ariana Garcia. Solo kill by Kanan Solomon. So it's been a back and forth set, 20-17. The Raiders with a 3-point advantage heading into the late first set here at Mustang Arena. Tuesday night volleyball action. And we've got some action at the net, perhaps some contact, and indeed, the Mustangs are called into the net. Service away. Chi-Chi Wang has the spot again. Chi-Chi Wang on the Mustangs kill. Service back to Wekiva. And Chi-Chi Wang will also have the next service. Four kills for her so far tonight. Now here comes the heat. And it scores. That's Kanan Solomon. Checking into the game for Solomon is number 11, Riel Kraus, who will have the next service. Ace for Kraus. Raiders now, in spite of a back and forth first set, have had the momentum as of late. They're now 2 points away from closing out the first set, and it's going to be back-to-back aces for Kraus. Set point, Raiders. That one headed McCulley and just bounced right off her. This one goes to Wang. She's got a better spot. Difficult placement on the set, but the Mustangs able to keep it alive on the free ball. Now, here comes Berry, and she will have the last word. Kelsey Berry gets the final kill of set number 1. And that takes us to the end of the first set. 25-18 is the final score of set number 1. And the Raiders take a 1-0 lead for the match over the Mustangs. Back with more from Mustang Arena after a break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Getting ready to go here with the second set. 25-18, the final score of set number one. Raiders now leading 1-0 as we get ready to go into the second set. The Raiders have the opening service of set number two, and they are called into the net. Service to the Mustangs. Leading the rotation for Wekiva, number 9, Lily Stiers. Ace for Peyton Rogers. Cam Holman on the Mustangs kill. Next to serve for the Mustangs, number 3, Litzy Delgado. Now serving, be number 12, that's Cheyenne Patterson. Chi-Chi Wang on the Mustangs kill. Blocked by Tuesday. That closes the lead to 4 serving 5 as Cam Holman takes over service for the Mustangs. Checking into the game to serve next for the Raiders, number 2, Ariana Garcia. I thought for sure that was going to be on the wrong side of the aerial, but it was, in fact, in. So beautiful work there by the Mustangs. And now the solo attempt coming in from Barry. The Mustangs managed to handle that one as well. Free ball coming in. McCulley passed that one off to Stiers. Now Wang got it! Chi-Chi Wang on the Mustang skill. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 2, Sarai McFadden. And she will serve next. Kill by number 3, Kelsey Berry. Checking in for South Sumter, number 5, Peyton Rogers. Ace for number 9, Viviana Guevara. And the Mustangs stumble to make it 9, serving 5. And a soft touch there coming in from Garcia is handled. Kill by number 5, Peyton Rogers. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 11, Brielle Krause. Wang now serving for Wekiva. Serve is short. Side out to the Raiders. Next in the rotation for South Sumter, number 3, Kelsey Berry. Berry with an ace. Back-to-back aces for Berry. So again, the Mustangs, after keeping it back and forth during the first several services of the second set, now trail by 7. 13 serving 6 the score midway through the second set. Delgado gets the attack off. Now serving for the Raiders, number 3, Kelsey Berry. She continues in her service. And we've got our main camera back now. That's good. We, of course, had a little interruption there and had to use our surface level cameras for a few minutes. Fortunately, we had the backup available as Delgado puts too much heat on that attack. It's over the end line and now makes it a 15-6 game. Here comes Barry again. She comes a long distance in. Another ace for Kelsey Berry. Her fourth ace of the night. And you can see how far behind the line she lines up. 4 kills, 4 aces for her tonight. Delgado on the attack. That is handled by Kraus. Now the heat coming in from Rogers, and she's got it. Peyton Rogers on the kill. 17 serving 6. So far the Mustangs not having a lot of answers. And after poor second touch, Wekiva really doesn't have anywhere to go with it on the attack. Sends it straight into the net. 18 serving 6 now. And now finally, the Mustangs catch a break as Barry sends that one wide of the right sideline. Service returns to the Mustangs, serving as libero for Wekiva, number 11, Riley McCulley. Free ball coming back to the Mustangs. Gigi Wang handles it. There's Stiers to Cam Holman with a middle placement. And a miscommunication there. Tough placement. Really couldn't do much of anything with that at the net. Checking into the game for Sumter, number 7, Faith Long. A little disruption in play here while we straighten out the lineup here. And I think we've got everything together now. Holman on the attack. But it's going to be number 5, Peyton Rogers on the kill. 21 serving 7 now. Here again comes the serve from the Raiders. Montgomery serving. She gets the set there. Delgado and Holman split a block for the Mustangs. Stiers serving next for Wekiva. And Cam Holman is called for the Mustangs into the net. Service back to the Raiders. Next in their rotation will be number 5, Peyton Rogers. But first, checking into the game for South Sumter, number 9, Viviana Guevara. Side out, service back to the Mustangs. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 4, Gianni Otero. Next to serve for Wekiva, Litzy Delgado. And Wekiva is going to get called there on the lift. Mustangs lift will send service back to the Raiders. Next in the rotation for South Sumter is number 12. That's Cheyenne Patterson. Mustangs now staring down set point, and that'll do it. That takes us to the end of set number 2. 25-9, the final score of the second set. And the Raiders take a 2-set lead over the Mustangs. Back with more from Mustang Arena in just a moment. We'd like to invite everyone back to join us tomorrow night as we bid farewell to season 17 here at home. While Wekiva does still have some more time left in the volleyball season, they will be ending the season on the road at Dr. Phillips. So tomorrow night is your last chance to catch them here at Mustang Arena before we close out season 17. And so, as per tradition, we will be celebrating the senior class of 2024. That celebration will occur between the JV and the varsity sets, so make sure you're here at 5:30. For the JV set, even if you're not coming for JV, make sure you're here early for the varsity match. Before we get started against the Deltona Wolves, we will be celebrating our senior members of the class of 2024. We will be live streaming both the ceremony and the match, and this will be on 2 separate live streams on YouTube and the NFHS network. So we hope that you will join us for that. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. The Mustangs have the opening service of set number 3, leading their rotation, Lily Stiers. First service away for Stiers. And a little razzle-dazzle at the net there by Montgomery. Mustangs handle it, though. Now a more traditional attack coming in from Cheyenne Patterson. Slathered a little too much mustard on that one, and the Mustangs take the first point of set number 3. Again, we want to welcome you, for those of you just joining us. Welcome to Mustang Arena, right here in the heart of South Apopka, Florida, where we are in the second to last home game of the 2023 volleyball season. Kill by Cheyenne Patterson. Checking into the game for the Raiders, number 7, Faith Long. Next to serve, number 10, Sarah Montgomery. And poor placement on the serve receive makes it essentially an impossible get for the Mustangs. So free point coming to South Sumter here. Montgomery on the ace. Mustangs, if you've been following them these last couple of seasons, have a little bit of a pattern of being very competitive in the first set and then either as a result of stamina or nerves, struggling in the later sets. Now finally they catch a break here in the third with the attack error. Service back to the Mustangs. In the rotation for Wekiva, number 3, Litzy Delgado. Great placement on the serve, and nobody can get there. Takes 4 touches to get it over. Service away again for Delgado. Another great placement. This one, they do finally get under it. Here comes Chi Wang. Has a good spot, but again, it goes to the libero. And now, a lot of heat coming in from Peyton Rogers. The world will never know whether that would have been in or out on its own, because the Mustangs went for it. Next to serve for the Raiders, number 5, Peyton Rogers. Chi Wang has a little bit too much heat on the attack. And for some reason, our little score bug is frozen. We're going to reset that. That's better. Ace for Rogers. And now finally, Rogers blinks, sends that one with a little too much heat on it. Checking into the game for South Sumter, number 1, Leah Tuller. Next to serve for the Mustangs, Cam Holman. Holman's first service will not be returned. Here comes the second service. Attack there by Guevara. Mustangs will have to settle for a free ball here, and in fact they don't even, as Ashley Tuzet is not able to reel it in inside the aerial. Service back to the Raiders. Next in their rotation, number 12, Cheyenne Patterson. Chi-Chi Wang with a soft touch, but she got there late. Ball was already too low to try that maneuver, and that'll be an attack error into the net. 9 serving 5. Service away. Chi-Chi Wang as wide left. Wang has 6 kills tonight, so you certainly can't take those away from her. She's definitely done more good than harm for the Mustangs, and now Ashley Tuzet didn't quite get enough height on that jump. $11 serving 5 now here in the third set. Soft touch coming from Barry, and she's got it. Kill number 6 for Kelsey Berry. Back row attack, and point goes to the Raiders. Service back to the Mustangs. Next up in the rotation, Sarai McFadden. And the Raiders take too many touches on that one. Service away. Comes the heat from Guevara, and it's too much. Pause here to retrieve the ball from no man's land. Ace for McFadden. Here comes McFadden again. This one goes to the libero. That's Walton. And it's a block at the net. Wang and Tuzet split a block. And McFadden put that into no man's land. Coming in a bad angle. Steyer's never really had a sporting chance at that one. Service back to the Raiders. Checking into the game for the Raiders. Number 2, Ariana Garcia. Garcia with an ace. It's her third ace tonight. Chi-Chi Wang's shot is wide, and it's up to a 5-point advantage for the Raiders. Service away for Garcia. It's a soft one, and Delgado's able to get there. Mustangs also able to get into the solo kill, and now Chi-Chi Wang, again, a little bit too much heat. Chi-Chi Wang certainly showing some prowess on the attacks tonight. A lot of powerful attacks, just not quite the precision. Like I said, she has 6 kills, but also some attack errors, so she's definitely getting the licks in. And with a little bit more accuracy, she will certainly be a major contributor to the Mustangs as they head into their last 2 games of the regular season later this week. Again, tomorrow against Deltona, and then they wrap up the season on the road at Dr. Phillips. Now McCullen not able to get the right placement under it. Bibiana Guevara picks up the point for Sumter. Garcia remains in service as the Raiders are on a bit of a run right now. 18 serving 11 here in the third set. And a win here would sweep the match for South Sumter. Now Stiers tries to get fancy with the razzle-dazzle, and Walton is there and ready for it. Now coming back the other way, Chi-Chi Wang will stole for the free ball, but Kelsey Berry on the solo kill. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 1, Diana McKellen. So I would expect to see Chi-Chi Wang back before long, but for the moment, Coach Lorenz takes her out to do a little individual coaching, and now we get an ace for Garcia. Her 4th ace of the night, I believe her 2nd in this series. 20 serving 11 now here on Tuesday night volleyball action from Mustang Arena. Here comes the service. This one goes to Delgado. Stiers on the set, and Ashley Tuzet got a bad angle on that and shanked it. Garcia with the service. And it's not returned. That would be the 5th ace if you want to call it an ace. Mustangs did get 1 clean touch on it, but the serve-receive placement was so poor that there was no chance at the set. Comes Garcia again. Stiers had a good look and ultimately comes home with the kill. Lily Stiers on the Mustangs kill. Her 3rd tonight. Side out to the Mustangs. Chi-Chi Wang returns to the game for the Mustangs. And she will also have the next service. And it is just a bit outside. Service returns to the Raiders. Checking into the game for South Sumter. Number 5, Peyton Rogers, and Diana McKellen comes back in for the Mustangs. Next to serve will be number 9, Viviana Guevara. Guevara puts the ball in play. 2 points away from sweeping here. Tuzay on the kill. Service back to the Mustangs. McCulley serving next. Kill by number 5. Peyton Rogers. Service back to South Sumter. Kelsey Berry with the service. McFadden on the kill. Service back to the Mustangs. Next up, Stiers. Stiers on the ace. That takes us to the end of the match. (25-15) the final score of set number 3, and it's a 3-0 match for the Raiders. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight to support your Mustang and Raider athletes. Thanks also to those of you who joined us on YouTube or the NFHS Network. We'll be right back here tomorrow night for senior night as we wrap up the 17th season of Mustang Volleyball. We'll be broadcasting both senior night and the actual match against the Deltona Wolves. We hope that you'll join us for that. Until then, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. We are at Wekiva Sports on all 4 of those services. And make sure you bookmark WekivaMustangs.com for all of your scores, schedules, and more. For those of you here in the arena, please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Those of you watching online, thanks for tuning in, and please make sure you subscribe before you go. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, good night from Mustang Arena.